Welcome back to the show. Well, it's that time of year again. Summer's right around the corner, so we really need to be talking about some summer safety tips, especially when we're around the water. And we've got Jack Spurgeon here today from the fire department to help us with that, some safety tips. And where do we start? There's a lot to talk about when you're talking about water safety in summertime.
Yeah, we kind of going to break it down in two categories, because when they look at drowning accidents and stuff like that around the water and water safety, you're looking at swimming versus boating accidents, because they gather both data. And when we look over the last 10 years on average, just swimming drowning accidents, about 3,500 individuals die each year. And then with that, everyone that's transported to the hospital, everyone that drowns, and 5 more are transported to hospital for treatment.
Wow.
Because they had near drowning episodes. And then the same 10-year statistics with boating accidents, an additional 350 people die each year in boating accidents and drowning and so forth.
So what do you recommend for all of us? What can we do?
Well, I mean, we should look at, you know, the crowd we've got. You know, the safety tips is to make sure we have somebody designated as a lifeguard if the facility don't have you know, trained and professional lifeguards at the location, so that somebody can perform rescue activities if necessary. When we think about the children are most vulnerable, because they're under the age of 14 is where we get the drowning victims in swimming accidents. Mm-hmm. So we need to kind of set up some safety rules for our youngsters, you know, and make sure. We've had several incidents in reference to younger kids, because they don't know at a young age how quickly accidents can happen, and we've had them push their siblings in and they don't know how to swim and they haven't got their life safety devices on yet. So we've had incidents such as that. So, you know, you need to be aware of that. You know, start early lesson learning when swimming with your younger children. If you're going to be around the water quite a bit, you know, always swim in pairs of teams, so, you know, there's always somebody there in case something goes wrong. You know, if you have parties and such as that, you know, it's good to know if people have seizure activities and stuff like that, because they could occur in the water as well. So you need to be aware if anybody's got any medical conditions that could lead up to maybe an experience with a near drowning. And just, you know, make sure that you, you know, give your food time to digest before you get in the water. And then boating accidents, I mean, obviously follow the safety tips that's out there with whatever state you're in. You know, Tennessee, TRA has the regulations on boatings and so forth. There's boating safety tips. And, you know, obviously when we talk about boating and a lot of people out on the waters, you know, boating accidents sometimes occur when they consume a lot of alcoholic beverages on the water. So, and the same way with swimming. I mean, all those things don't go together. So you've got to do things in moderation when you're wanting to enjoy yourself. But you know, a lot of it is working together with whoever you're going with, and make sure you just don't go swimming by yourself.
Great tips, especially this time of year, because I think we've all had such a cold winter that we're sort of ready to, you know, grab the sunscreen, our suits, and head to the lake or head to the pool. And I like the idea of having somebody designated. You know, if you sort of know that, okay, I'm in charge here, and it probably would really lessen the chances of an accident occurring.
Yeah, because most, you know, pools are going to be opening Memorial Day weekend. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a big weekend for people to just say, okay, summer's here, let's hit it, let's get out there, let's spend the next 3 days on the water, get our boats ready, you know, the whole 9 yards. And, you know, you just got to start. It's the same way with driving. You set your mind to, okay, I'm going to be cautious of all these things. Here's what we're going to do. You know, our activities is going to be safe. Everybody's coming home at the end of the day when we go out on the water. So you got to start planning ahead.
Great, thanks, Jack. We appreciate all the tips. And stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.